What's going on, Vanquishers? Charlie here, back with another State of the Game. We have quite a few updates to give you guys tonight. We're very excited to be on. I know it's a holiday, and we appreciate everybody tuning in tonight on Happy Memorial Day. I almost jacked that up, man. Listen, all our people in the military is going to give me the business. But yeah, I started a little bit. But welcome to the State of the Game. We're going to go on ahead and get started with our updates. But before we get started, we're going to introduce all the developers behind this project that has been working very hard. And Jose, what's the word?
Diligently.
Very hard and diligently.
Yes, of course.
So again, my name is Charlie. I am the creator and one of the developers behind this beautiful project called Vanquishers TCG.
And what's going on, everybody? My name is Jason. I handle all the administration, social media, marketing. I talk with all the people to make sure that we reach out as far as we can, guys.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jose. I am the web and app developer. And while you're seeing me talk to you, make sure you scan that link right there, please. Thank you. That one over there, right there. Go.
Yo, what's good, Vanquishers? It's your boy. I'm the game balancer. Let's go.
All right, you guys gotta excuse me for 1 second. I got a terrorist dog in the building. I gotta release 1 second.
Y'all ever meet that dog? That is a real deal terrorist right there.
Let's go. He ain't a terrorist to me though. He
ain't playing.
All right, we're back in action. Hold on, man. Yeah. He an ankle biter, so I'll be down here. I'll be wrestling and fighting. Y'all gonna see me like looking down like this, looking crazy, and it's because
he don't attack you when you get to the house. He attacks you when you leave.
Yeah. When you leave, he takes it personal. He takes it real personal.
Not a guard dog.
He's welcome. You don't let all the people break in my home. Come on in. I dare y'all to leave though. Now we're gonna have questions. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. We typically cover in these streams is gonna be our social media network, a web and app and updates, and our tabletop simulator and physical card game updates. We do got quite a few things we want to cover tonight. I know we've had guests in the past that's been kind of taking a little bit away on some of these updates, but we have quite a bit we're gonna cover. So, Mr. Jason, go ahead and let our wonderful community here know about. Oh, also, real quick before we get to Mr. Jason, if you guys notice the QR code that we do have on the actual stream now, that goes directly to our Kickstarter. Encourage anybody that's watching this, or if you're watching on your phone, just go ahead and tap to the person on the next to you. If you're at work, go ahead and shake them up a little bit. Tell them to scan this,
tell your dad,
scan
your uncle,
it, jump straight into our Discord, our Kickstarter, and we're gonna go ahead and go all the way live.
Knock on your neighbor's door. Let them know.
Go live on the screen. Tell them that Vex just sent you.
Hey, look who's here, Senor Zip Drawer.
Yeah, bro. Zip was saying he kept missing all our lives. So
he made it, yo. He made it his personal business show.
Get in here, Zip.
What up?
Have questions.
My man. All right, cool. So yeah, if you have any questions about any of the artwork, the comic books, I mean, Zip has been going live drawing some crazy stuff with Veil, and he actually just completed a live of our comic book cover for the Cyber's Awakening. Jeez, look at me stuttering. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions, he'll be here tonight. Maybe he can hopefully answer some of that. But Mr. Jason, let's go ahead and get covering our social media network, brother.
Well, first thing I'm gonna say is, since Zip's in here, you guys go check our Instagram and his Instagram. He unveiled the cover for the next comic book that's gonna be one of our stretch goals in the Kickstarter. So you can check out the cover ahead of time, early on the Instagram. Like it, share it, tell people about it, and go ahead and do that. We did an incredible job on that cyber cover for her part of the series that's gonna be going through. We're going to also have a giveaway today. We'll do it at the end. It's going to be our second giveaway for the TCG world. So if you are on the list, you know what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to check off on our Discord, and sharing is caring, the green check. And you can also get you can double up on them if you go to the TCG world and click off their giveaway that has a green check as well. Totally your choice, but we're going to have that giveaway done today. We have over 150 people on the list, so it's a lot of names. So we're gonna get that done, so be ready for that towards the end of the stream. And then Ocala Comic Con update, because last week I told you guys I've been talking to them all week trying to get us those 2 booths, because Kansas City kind of fell out of the opportunity to do that, and we didn't want to overextend ourselves to go to it. So we're focusing on the Ocala Comic Con. It's the weekend right after the Kickstarter launches. So we're going to go to Ocala Comic Con and hand out flyers, meet with people. If they got a table in the food court open, guess what? We got a table. I don't care what they say. We did it before at MegaCon. We'll do it again.
Hey, should we mention that all what Brandon said he was going to do?
Yeah. Brandon, I'll let Brandon talk about what he was gonna do.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. That be rolling.
Hey,
Listen.
Are we gonna tell them right now?
I'm not even gonna lie. Listen, this had me rolling for about an hour or two. I couldn't even let it go, and then after an hour or two, I had it like it hit me again. Yo, go ahead, bro.
So I told them, I said, yo, here's my idea. How about we make a mobile booth? I said, you ever been to the ball game and you see that guy? He got the peanuts. He's like, get the peanuts right here, and he's got the little tray. I was like, we get that same tray, but we put the Vanquishers game in it. And we just walk around and demo it.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
I found it too.
I'm about to show it.
Yo, and Jason found it though.
I'm about to show it. Hold on.
Charlie, but we're gonna have a vote. If y'all vote in the live,
we go walk around and be like, get your Vanquishers. Get your red Vanquishers.
This is what he was saying. And listen, this is the problem. If you guys know Brandon well enough, my man was talking about getting one of these, putting the setup on there.
I'm
like, look at what Brandon talking about putting in there to the conventions, man.
Yo, but he was joking, but I could see Brandon doing it.
That's true though. I couldn't hold it. It would have to be someone shorter because then people would be like, "Yo, this is a bar top."
Yo,
hey, don't worry, Zip. We found one for you too, Zip. When we don't have a table,
right.
Yo, I did find one for Zip too. I sent it to Jay. I was like, "All right, we can have Zip there too."
Zip, we got one perfect for you, man. It pulls anchors forward. You can draw on it while you're walking around.
Can you imagine us walking over a booth and then just like hover over their table and our whole thing is so...
B, tell them what you was hold my drink. Oh man, B wanted to put the drink down on their table and just sit there next to the table and demoing the game.
Oh yeah, I was coming up with the worst ideas. But they were somehow turning out to be pretty good ideas. I don't know.
I'm reliving the moment again. I apologize,
it is
guys.
Right there.
Listen, that's
it is right here. Look, right there.
There you go. There's it there.
There you go.
Hold on, let me put you solo. Hold on. Go ahead, do that again. Look, Zip.
Right there, Zip.
We got you covered, baby. Look at
that.
You're gonna go
That's
straight mobile.
Just walk around, drawing people.
Oh, okay, Jason. I apologize for that. Just had me rolling, man.
All week we were rolling about this. Hey, but if the people say we should do it,
hey, he said he'll use it.
He ain't gonna wear it first.
Yeah, if y'all don't know Zip, he'll improvise. My man will make that happen.
So, but yeah, you know us. You guys know us. We always got to make sure that we make sure that we try to do some stuff to take advantage of whatever situation we're in so that we can promote the game and show people stuff. So that was something we were thinking about. So go ahead and what the heck is this? Okay. Bad. I was seeing some chat stuff. All right. So TC is Ocala Comic Con. We already have just a heads up, my internet is unstable, it says.
Yeah, I'm seeing
you're coming in and out.
You're coming all over the matrix right now, Jay. My man, yo, we put up too much
that's
data.
My bandwidth with the damn table.
That idea, that little mobile
Yo, you want me to take over for you, Jay? Yo, the gram is lit, people. Let's go.
Yo, he had me lit with that whole entire table thing, man. For real, look, I'm reliving the moment again. Ooh. Man.
Hold on, let me refresh my page.
You look good. You look good now, bro. I think we captured.
Am I live?
Yo, all the megapixels came back, baby.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. You know, we was laughing so hard they broke the internet on my end. All right. So, but yeah, so Comic-Con, we're gonna be there for Ocala. Walk around, talk with people, and promote the game. We'll make flyers that go directly to the Kickstarter, so that we can make sure that people that are interested, they can know directly where to go. We're probably not gonna go with any kind of product to Ocala Comic Con, but we should be there the whole weekend. I don't see, unless something crazy happens, we won't be there all weekend, but we will be there. We plan on being there the whole weekend, promoting the game and playing the game and talking with anyone that's interested. So be on the lookout, because we were going to order ticket for Zip to come out, but because we didn't have a booth, I wasn't able to get him out there for him to come out. So we do apologize if anyone was looking to meet Zip at the Ocala Comic Con. So that is the update for Ocala Comic Con, and I'll just tell you guys, it was very
rough journey getting a hold of
it. It was just very messed up, because I literally called them and left them voicemails and emailed them all week, And then the only time they responded, and shout out to Ottawa, because I was talking to him about how frustrated I was about it. He's like, did you message them on Instagram? So I messaged them on Instagram. I messaged them on Facebook. I messaged them on Twitch. I messaged them on every platform. And then they finally responded to me. A whole different person responded to me. And they said that it was first come, first serve. And I'm just being transparent. And it's just crazy to me because he literally said it. I said, all right, I'm going to get the tables. And then they're not available. So that was just kind of kind of turned me off or turned off the whole like wanting to really go, but we got to promote and we got to connect with people. Also, I hear some good friends of mine and good community members are going to be out at Ocala Comic Con, so I want to go out there and see them and meet them. Like Sean stuff, I'm thinking Jeeps is going to be out there. MJ is going to be out there, so there's going to be a few people out there just to say what's up and other TCGs to show love to. So we will be out there at Ocala Comic Con. The next thing we will talk about orders and LGSs. So everybody just understand, if you have orders coming, everything has been basically sent out. If you didn't order it from the website, just bear with me because the priority on that is not in the front right now as we're prepping for Kickstarter, but we will try to get everything out that we need to get out to everybody this week if they're waiting for something for their LGS or something of that nature. So just be on the lookout for that. And then just remember this week and last week and every week until September 13th and on is going to be focused on Kickstarter, making sure everything is situated. Me and Charlie were on, and Brandon was there with us too. He got off a little earlier than me and Charlie. But we were basically up till about 3-4 in the morning last night, getting the Kickstarter all organized and make sure we're going over everything and making sure everything is correct in the writing and everything is correct on the imagery and all the cool stuff that you're going to see when it pops up. So we're diligently putting work in on that. So just bear with us. We're putting a lot of work in the Kickstarter to make sure that it really pops and it really meets the expectations of what we try to give on a daily basis as Vanquishers TCG. So just be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, and again, we are the ones putting this together 100%, guys. So we've been kind of all over the place. We apologize for anyone that has been reaching out to us and we haven't responded back in a timely manner. We've been very, very, our time has been really synced into this Kickstarter piece of the project, and we're just trying to make sure that we get this part out flawlessly as possible. But yeah, we appreciate everybody that has been reaching out and that's been contributing in between the project and that has been addressing any concerns of any kind. But that's essentially where a lot of our time has been, and I promise you guys we are focused. We do respond to all questions as frequently as we can. But yeah, if it doesn't feel like we're responding as quickly as we once was, this is the reason our time is really tied into this, to this aspect of it.
Yeah. Just so you guys are aware, when we go out there, we're going to have, we did put up new merch that Jose is going to get into that is for the Ocala. So he'll talk about that. The real cool thing we're going to do with our Kickstarter that I don't really think I've really seen with any other Kickstarter, which we're going to go into more detail tomorrow. Sorry about that. We're going to go into more detail tomorrow. There's some real cool stuff we're going to do with the pledges and things like that. So tomorrow, if you're not aware, we're going to unveil the Kickstarter pledges and information in the Discord live at 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. So just join the Discord and Charlie will have it up so you guys can see it. Jose will be there. So if you have any questions for him, he'll answer them for you.
Yay! Hi. Everywhere. I'm gonna be everywhere all the time. You know that. I am,
The Matrix.
The Matrix.
All right. So be on there tomorrow 9 p.m. so that we can go over that information and kind of give you guys what it is. We don't want to do it on live SOTG because we kind of want to make it more of a, if you really want to know what's on there, you're going to actually come to the Discord. It's not going to be something recorded for later. So jump in there and we'll go over it. We're probably going to end it at 10 o'clock. If we have a lot of people, a lot of activity going on in it, we'll stay longer than 10 o'clock. But if it is not a lot of activity in there and a lot of questions or anything like that, we're going to wrap it up around 10 p.m. Eastern for the Kickstarter tier or review. And so you guys can see how we have it all set up. So just be on the lookout for that. And just so you guys know, as of in the next 4 days, we're going to get an article on us published across a bunch of syndicated publications. So Our article about us is going to be posted on NBC, ABC, a lot of big syndicated websites and companies. It's over 100 publications. So if you start seeing that there's some information on our website saying seen on NBC, ABC, and stuff like that, that's because we're getting an article publicated across 100 plus different websites and articles and news channels and stuff like that. And if you guys want to know what that really means at the end of the day, that connects to our SEOs, and that helps on the back end where more people can find us. And when you search Vanquishers, it helps us be found, and the article is there for people to read and find out about us. Right, Jose?
Right, exactly. You know it.
Backlinks, all the magic
Backlinks,
stuff, internet magic stuff.
You do a little Vanquishers TCG everywhere, boom, 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 boom. Or everybody gonna know who we are.
So it helps us rank higher on the internet, basically, so that there's more people clicking on Vanquishers TCG. There's more people finding stuff on Vanquishers TCG, as well as it's being publicated on major publications. So very beautiful thing, something that we just got situated today. And in the next 4 days, they already approved the article, so it's just going to take 4 days for them to publish them across all those publications, and then we'll get all that situated. I'll put in the Discord the actual article so you guys can read it. Shout out to Moonside Man in our Discord. He actually wrote the article for us. Adam was really cool and obliged. So like that's one of those things that you guys understand. If you're part of the Patreon, every now and then we might reach out to one of you guys to help us with something that might feel like out of left field, but that's what we do with our Patreon members. We want to show that you're supportive of us. If you want to do stuff like that, you can, and we will reach out. So just be on the look. You can ask any of the OG Patreon members. I'll message them randomly and just talk to them, see how their day's going. See what's going on with them, what they've been up to. So we just try to reach out and do things like that. So just be on the lookout. So we're getting our article publicated over 100 plus publications and stuff like that, which is pretty dope, pretty cool. You know what I mean? That it's going to help us connect on a bigger level with more people and more SEO connection, more backlinking connections for us. All right, and then the last thing we're going to do for my part, this is my part because they got some magic stuff in their part they're going to show. So we said that this week we're going to be unveiling the booster boxes for our cards. I hope you guys are all here and ready to see that, because we are about to show you what they look like and how they break down. Are you ready, Charlie?
Yeah, give me 1 second here. I apologize. I got my son wilding out. Had to mute the mic for a second. Hold on, let me prepare the video.
Just so you guys know, I don't know. You tell me in the comments when you see this if you ever seen something in this kind of style. You just tell me, it's just, I don't know. I don't remember seeing booster boxes like this. I mean, I remember seeing them like this, but I don't know if I've seen them like this. You know what I mean, Charlie?
Oh, I hear you.
It's gonna be a real treat.
Oh, yeah, I hear you. Let's go straight to the screen. Let me see what we see here. Let's go ahead and blow this up a little bit. Here we go. Let's go and play this real quick. Start it off in the beginning here. So the insert actually is inside. It's upside down really quickly. Let's rewind that real quick. The inserts, that piece right there will actually be the opposite direction where the V's are. So if anyone's actually had their hands on the cyber cards, this is essentially the effect, the hologram effect you would end up getting. So yeah, that V insert that is there is actually upside down. It's supposed to be flipped the other way. So they'll actually be flipped the other way. So Saigon will be cut out, his gun upward, and then that's how our brick boxes will essentially look like. Once we go on ahead and start doing it that
video
way.
with her placing the booster pack.
Oh, I am.
Oh, we gonna show them.
Hold on, Mr. Brandon.
Why you gonna do my rep
just
like that?
Just like
Why you spelling the beans like that?
I got excited a little bit.
Yeah,
I just really wanted to see
That's
that.
my dog. You can't be doing my rep like that.
Yeah, she don't. Yeah.
We gonna do it. We gonna show her in a minute.
Hold on.
But listen, y'all ever had shiny boxes, shiny booster bags, and shiny cards all in one package? I'm just saying. Tell me.
Yeah, we're trying to take it to another level, at least with our products here, man. I mean, they're really nice. They're really, really nice.
We got triple shiny, Charlie. Not one, not two, 3 shiny.
Let's go ahead and real quick. Let me go ahead and pull this other video up really quickly. Let me make sure I can expand it to where you can see this one here. So this is actually them putting it inside of the box. So there's 2 of our booster packs on how well it seats inside of the actual box itself. So there it's oriented properly. That's going to be the inside of it, and then each pack will be placed on each side here. Boom.
It's incredible.
Fit clean. They fit real clean. Yeah. And then when you close it, box has plenty of space for. Boom. And that box was custom made, by the way. We had to get this box custom made, so they did an absolute terrific job with the box itself. So that's what we're gonna be looking at.
Dang, this
Final
shine is
product.
so good.
Y'all can see like the rainbow foiling, the rainbow effect on it, man. It looks really nice. And again, just like we stress with a lot of people, but just like we stress with a lot of people in our community, if you have not touched our cards and seen what this looks like, that's the same thing we can't express about these boxes, man. Like, you have to have your hands on them to really see what the quality is gonna look like, man. And we're, it's just. It speaks volume. It speaks for itself, man. It really does. It's really nice quality stuff that we're putting out there for you guys. We did a lot of R&D. We've gotten a lot of boxes from a lot of places, and after seeing these ones and reviewing them, we're absolutely, this is signed, sealed, delivered. This is what we're going to be running with. So you guys,
Ottawa has to do an inspection, Charlie. Yes, you need the box now.
He's a full-on inspection. Send that on the way. So we appreciate the love out there, guys. I'm just glad that we can go ahead and show it to you guys, because once we've received and we see it, it looks beautiful. And we're just like, man, if you had any of our, I guess the closest thing to kind of resemble it, if you have any of our Cyber's Awakening cards, essentially that's what it's going to kind of look like between shimmering when you receive the box.
One package with Jose's phone, perfect.
One pack with Jose's phone. He wants your app built into it, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
It was really, and I'll say it was really cool at TCG Con showing people in real time how the Beyond Foil works.
Oh, don't even worry about that. We're gonna be carrying on deck with us too. When we move around, we're gonna show you guys out in the field. So if y'all want to see it while we out in Ocala, that ain't stopping. So pull us
really
aside.
It, so he might take a phone from you, Jose. You say no.
Wow, I guess I gotta stock up, huh?
Well, let's go ahead and move on to the next segment here, Mr. Jose, since we do have you online right now, brother. Let's go ahead and cover our web and app update. So let's go ahead and let our community know what we've been working on and what's been going on with the web and app, bro.
All right. Since we've been working on all of the cards this past week, I have been creating the database for all the cards, stats, the classes, and all that good stuff. Having it all in one place so that once I can transfer that information onto the site, hopefully when I set up on the website, you'll be able to filter out the cards, especially the ones that you need for your deck. Or if you're looking for a specific card, you can actually look for it.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about that really quick. I think we just kind of like skimmed the surface of this. So essentially, what Jose,
I talk fast. I talk too fast.
I know some people are gonna want details. So let's talk a little bit about it. It's gonna be a very intuitive and complex system that he's building on the back end. It isn't just filtered through, weapons and just filter through
everything,
items and stuff. It literally is going to get so complex and detailed that if you only want to see what synergizes with conjurers, you could just filter through conjurers, or what only works for Saigon, you'll see that, and it'll filter just the abilities and the weapons and anything that's only exclusively to Saigon. That way you can already see what's out there and available that could sync directly just for the hero of choice that you want to synergize, or to check and see if you have everything for that hero already locked in. It's going to do things between energy class types, so you'll be able to only, let's say you only like solar class and you want to only see all the solar abilities, you'll be able to filter that through the system, and it's going to only show you all the solar abilities that would work for that class. So he's working a very complex system built in through the website to help you guys be able to see through our gallery of cards and kind of build our essentially build a set online.
Right. Well, that's the other part that I have. It's like I'm still trying to look into how to actually set that whole part up, where you can actually build your deck, have it in your profile, and then keep track of either if you have the card or not. But again, it's R&D on my part that I'm still trying to do.
But we could
the most part the most part that's important to me is more having the cards online, making sure that you can see them and filter them through them like that. You can know which cards you actually need in your deck, or you're looking for a specific class.
Yeah, what works with your cards. So that's essentially what Jose is going to be working on now. He's R&Ding to build a dream deck on our website and save it in your profile. That way you'll know what your dream deck is. So, but as far as the filtering and going through the other cards, that is something that he is currently working on right now. So that way it will be made available. Hopefully we can have it hopefully we can have it between Kickstarter or even during. I don't know what the times tables look like, but Jose is definitely working on that, guys.
Yo, Jules in the building. Shout out to Jules, man. I ain't seen you in a minute, bro.
Where he at? I don't see him in the chat.
Yes, man.
All right, cool. Next part. Over the weekend, I was also doing some R&D with actually trying to connect the website to the app, so that once you get the app, you'll have a little side section where you can actually log in with your profile from the website to the app. So maybe that might entail where if you do build that dream deck, you can actually have it on your phone and show the people that what you have or what you want to have. Again, research and development.
Yeah.
So again, and everything that I'm saying is not all promise. I don't care what you say, but
it's promise. It's promise, guys. It's gonna come. Listen, this is the conditions we work on.
That's the thing.
His best is usually the best. We just gotta kind of push him over the cliff a little bit. He likes to teeter totter between. Boom, here you go, free fall. You'll figure it out. Right. Yeah, but Jose actually does a great job again. Look how beautiful he managed to create. Our G14 classified system, and it's just getting better and better as we're going along, guys. So it's going to keep evolving, and like I said again, he's just recently getting back on the website side of things. Engine, he's going from like learning Unity and building and understanding those mechanics to going back into the website's engine, and what I'm saying, like he's working systems after systems. So he's like he's back and forth all over the place with these things, but I know he's going to do a great job, right, Jose?
Yes, I am. And last thing that I have for you guys is you check out the merch store right now. If you go to the merch store, go ahead, show them where the merch store is at. VanquishersTCG.com/merch. And my Twitch just went out for some reason, but hopefully.
You're still there.
Okay, cool.
You're here, great. But you're definitely doing the cha-cha mala.
All right, great. On the site right now, you will actually see the comic book. We just released the comic book. What was it, Friday? On the site?
Yeah, comic book's up.
Yeah, the comic book's up on the site. And also, we actually have a combination of a hat with a shirt for Ocala Comic Con. I already seen some people on the site.
Started getting it. I know, man. That's going to be fun.
Started getting it.
Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
We try to.
Hey, real quick, and just so everybody knows,
Triconian colors.
Because they brought it up in the Discord earlier today. Dan in Discord asked about how many copies of the comic book were done and stuff like that. So we have 600 of that comic book that was completed that has pre-Kickstarter on it. So what is going to happen is they're up for sale right now. If you want to order them, they'll be up for sale until the day of the Kickstarter. The day of the Kickstarter, they will be taken off. Whatever is left over, we will most likely videotape us destroying, and we'll give you a final pop count of what was out in the world, so that you guys are aware. So we still do have copies of the comic book. Remember, all of our Patreon are going to get a signed comic book and a signed coloring book from Zip. They're already here physically. We already have that, but just know the final pop of the pre-Kickstarter version of the comic book, we will give you the final pop after the Kickstarter starts, and that'll probably be something that we will show you on the Discord or on SOTG or something of that nature, to give you count, so you know what the pop is. So if you don't have a book, you want to get one, you're going to want to get it before September 13th, because that's when everything's going to come off. That is pre-Kickstarter, just like the game mats that are up there that are left right now as well. So
yeah, so these game mats will have a tray during Kickstarter that'll match the actual game mats to be able to get that as well, to have that complete set.
Ottawa, I get what you say, to give it to like a hospital or something like that, but we want it to be true to what the pop is of the books. Maybe we'll do like something where we could possibly, we'll throw some ideas around. Maybe we just cut like the front of them and like cut the front off or something like that, or put something on them that shows that they're invalid or voided or something like that. But we could, donate whatever's left over to some kind of church or hospital. That definitely could be something that we could do. If
they'll turn it into some kind of collectible, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'll be a
They'll find
collectible
them.
within
You
itself.
cut something. Oh, yo, that's the cut that they
People,
did.
hey, listen, that's wild what people do to make collectible. Yo, do you have the edge cut corner Saigon Rage card?
And that's the one
that's cut.
I'll send a poll out to the Patreon members of what they want us to do with them to finalize them. How about that? And
we'll let the community. Yeah, we'll let the Patreon community decide. You know, what the phase is on with those.
Yeah, we'll discount, like if somebody wants to just buy them out, we'll discount them down, and then
Fluent. You see Fluent? Fluent already says I'm not letting y'all burn anything.
My man said, "Listen, it's so hot in Florida, we could just throw them out in the front yard, bro. They'll ignite by themselves, bro."
Well, I don't know. They're real glossy. They might reflect back to this. Looks are
reflect it back up.
But yeah, we'll send a poll out. We'll send a poll out to the Patreon members, and we'll see what everybody wants to do. It'll help us make the decision on what the best routing for it. But honestly, we just wanted to destroy and leave the pop down to what was actually purchased. But yeah, if we go the other route, going to donate somewhere and go that route, we could do that as well. That's not a problem at all.
Yeah, we'll be transparent. Again, we just believe in the keeping the rarity system alive, and we'll terminate anything that is additional, and we'll go publicly doing it and whatever we got to do on our end. Like we don't, it doesn't matter to us, because once it's gone, it's gone. Like that's just the way we look at it. So, but yeah,
getting all the leftovers signed by Zip, and then I'm gonna sell them on eBay for a premium.
No.
Oh, you're not. You won't be there. No.
You better stop that. You better stop it. Look at Mr. Brandon, yo. He be tripping. So I'm gonna just let you guys know he just became a collector a couple days ago. Just giving you guys the heads up. He nominated himself a collector a few days ago. So I'm just throwing that out there.
He's the collector now.
He got a set of Pokemon cards from McDonald's. Hey, listen, no, we were talking about this. He ended up getting a set of Pokemon cards from McDonald's that says, "I am not opening this. I'm officially a collector." He put it off.
I said, yo, guys, I'm collecting Pokemon cards now. I popped out the McDonald's box.
He's trying us, man. That's hilarious. All right, Mr. Jose, was there anything else more to update on the web and app? That was pretty much it. Everyone get that?
I'm good. Yeah,
just
make sure, like always, look, right here. And Kickstarter. Let's go.
Yeah.
On time. No, hold on.
There you go. That's what we're talking about. And that merch, yeah. So don't forget to get those Triconian colors, man. That black and gold. That's the Triconian colors of our world. We're gonna definitely be rocking them colors out there at Ocala. You'll be seeing us in those bright yellows or all black and yellow. So you'll catch us out.
Just like Saigon.
Oh yeah. Checking them V's, man.
Logos on the back, real big, like Saigon's armor.
All right. So let's go ahead and move on to the tabletop simulator and the physical card game update. So Mr. Brandon, let's go ahead and enlighten the community. Anybody that's new into our community, where can they go to play this game? Is there anywhere they can go and play the game right now as we speak? What avenues, what ways can they play this game?
So there are several different ways you can go and play this game. What you need to do is go to the website, register, and you're going to get the free tabletop simulator mod that's on the website. And then you'll also get access to the free print and play. I don't know. Do we have any more decks up there, Jose?
We unfortunately do not have any more test decks at the current moment. So
there's no more test decks. So y'all lost out on that one. Should have got them the last day of the game when I told you.
I mean, there aren't any up for sale right now, but we are definitely doing things with the few other test decks. But yes, so as of right now, they are not up for people to grab.
So those are the two main ways. If you're here in the local area, I know some of our LGSs have some test decks, so maybe you can go and hit those places up, see if maybe you get lucky. Every Sunday night, I have been, these past couple Sunday nights has been busy. We've been doing stuff. We had the con the last weekend, and then we were wrapping up some Kickstarter stuff this past Sunday.
You were still test playing, B.
But
oh yeah, you were test playing. Who did test play?
I was doing a whole lot of test playing. Yeah. Probably the most test playing I've ever done in my life, to be honest. But every Sunday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, hit me up in the Discord, and I'm down to play either on Tabletop Simulator or on webcam. We can play physical if you got the print and play, or if you have the test decks. We gonna make it happen. We'll make it work. Outside of Sunday nights, if you can't make Sunday nights for whatever reason, hit me up in the Discord, DM me, whatever, and we'll try to figure out another time. Usually I can make something work. So we just gotta reach out to me and we'll figure it out. We'll make it work.
Yeah, coordinate it. He'll make magic happen. Brandon's pretty good. We also got members in the community that are always playing online, like pretty much every day. I know Just 31 is definitely a huge guy. He's doing a lot of YouTube videos and strategies on how to play with certain characters. You guys should check that out if you're interested in any characters and stuff like that.
You know what's funny too, Fluent, is that we actually came up with the idea of someone else having the little tray, so that if somebody wanted to play the game, we would just put it on them.
We're back on the tray.
We'd be able to play back and forth.
We went back to the tray. We just can't let it go. Listen, I can't let it go either. Just the idea still.
Justin, I'm stealing that right now. I'm stealing that. That's tomorrow's post. That's stolen,
so we
bro.
can hire somebody. Be like, yo, you come here. You're my table. You're my mobile table. Come with me, bro. Keep on.
So if someone was like, man, I really want to play, we'd be like, oh, here, put this on.
No,
and then we'd be able
you
to
see two people set up side by side and they gotta put their tables up and they start playing in the middle of the food court. Like people just walking around these two people like nuts, bro. I could see that happening, man. That's crazy.
No, go look in Discord, Charlie. Go in Discord right now. And
You
look
guys
at the
gotta
meme.
stop me in the middle. Oh man, hold on. I need to check these
Show
out.
them the meme in Discord right now. This is great, Justin. I'm stealing this for tomorrow.
Oh man. We had way too much fun with that idea. Anyways, I forgot where we even left off. I
don't even know where to start in these areas, man. In the memes area. Hold on. What do you mean? Let me check this out.
Oh my goodness. Yo. No booth, no problem.
Hold on, I'm downloading this.
I got 99 columns, but a booth ain't one.
That's the booth. That's the post. That's the post for tomorrow, Justin. I'm stealing it.
Yo, hey, hold on. I'm sharing this with the community, man. For real.
Man.
Listen, look. This is the crap we be talking. This is the stuff we be talking about. Look what happened. Look, people would just take us to a whole.
Taking this right now.
Look at Jose's face in there. Look at what it's talking about.
Y'all crazy. This community crazy, man.
Listen, yo, we take an idea and y'all blow it to a whole nother level. This is hilarious, yo. We're all wearing the same shirt and everything, yo. This is so funny. It looks uniform.
I like that.
Yo, I'm gonna have the VST. Y'all know how I'm a fan of Gambit. So I'm gonna have the VST card and I'm gonna be just flinging them at people. Get your free VSTI card.
No booth, no problem, yo. Hey, you just made my whole night. Like you just visually painted it out for me. Yo, I'm making this my screensaver for real, man. This is epic. Yo, that is freaking hilarious, yo. Okay, so back on track.
Back on track. We went way off track.
Yo, I'm sorry. It just happens for real. We could never let this go. Like, this was haunting me all weekend, and I just kept laughing about it, man. So now that I'm sharing with the community, I'm glad you are all getting the same effect that we did, man. It's just that hilarious,
all
man.
Right.
Okay,
so let's bring it back to the tabletop simulator. For those of you who do not know, available on Tabletop Simulator right now is Raskin.
Yes.
We got a Raskin build. Hop on there. Charlie did his thing on the tabletop again, added some little special effects, some light shows and graphics.
Yeah, if you have not seen it in a while, check it out. Just go in there and check it out. We did some special animation effects like, solar fire and ice and just weird things in there just to kind of spice it up a little bit.
For anyone who was asking, I know a lot of people were asking because we hadn't updated any booster packs. So there's an updated booster pack up there with the Raskin deck now. So go on there, check that out. Make sure you download those booster packs. If you don't have the booster packs, hit me up, let me know, and I will get you, I think it's So we're on the number 7 right now. So yeah, just hit me up. I'll get you the 6 previous ones, and you'll have everything.
Yeah, so go ahead and check it out. Raskin has not been out. We haven't put him out in test decks or anything like that. So the only real way to play him at the current moment, or to even check him out, is through Tabletop Sim. But I know that Just 31 has been doing a lot of like review videos for him. So for those that don't like Tabletop Simulator or just prefer to play physical, but just wants to know a little bit about the character and what kind of synergy builds they are, Just 31 has done an amazing job breaking the whole deck down, and breaking down everything that's part of it.
He's a dark class hero, so he's got that vibe to him. So you know, whoever's into that, go check him out.
Yeah.
Raskin is dope hero. Got some really dope abilities as well. He's real cool.
Yeah, so his dark class, and just to kind of give a small overview, if you're into sabotage, that's going to be your class for sure. They do a lot of things where it dabbles in your exile pile, pulling out cards from your exile pile, using them for damage. Like, they do some pretty wicked stuff. So what you toss out of your hand, you need to be very careful up against a dark enemy, because they can end up using that against you. So yeah, those are the 2 major updates that we have right now on Tabletop Simulator. If you guys want to go ahead and check that out, you can. Feel free. Again, we do have those videos from Just that you can go ahead and check out as well. So the other updates that we have here, Patreons. We do have a few exclusive cards that we're going to be giving to every Patreon member from a $10 tier and up. Jason, do you want to break that down very quickly on what that entails before I showcase what it is that they're going to be getting?
Yeah. So everybody that's been a Patreon member with us, depending on how long you've been a member with us, and you're the $10 tier or higher, we're going to be giving you heroes that have not been released yet. So you're going to get a chance to get all of them in the rainbow foiling before, and they're going to also have the Patreon logo on them. So these are the Patreon exclusive cards that you guys are going to get. So depending on how long you've been in the Patreon and things of that nature, and your contributions to Vanquishers TCG since you've been part of the inception of us coming online and pivoting into the community. So basically the OGs, we have, just so you know, we have 3 heroes that you guys have not seen yet that Charlie's going to show you in a moment. They have 3 weapons as well. So all the OGs, all the people that have been backing us at $10 or higher since the beginning, you're going to get all 3 heroes, and you're going to get all 3 of their weapons with the Patreon logo on it. And then also on top of that, you're going to get the signed comic book, and you're going to get the signed coloring book. I know some people had concerns and felt like you know,
delays,
you know, there were delays and things and stuff like that. But literally, we were waiting for a whole different set of cards that from a different printer that never showed up yet. And that delayed us on a lot of stuff, because we wanted to do some special stuff with those cards for everybody, but we were unable to. But when that product does get in, we'll probably have them, we'll situate what we're going to do with them, because we had to pivot into doing these special hero cards for you guys with the Patreon logos. And that's just being fully transparent with you guys. You know, we did have a plan for something for the Patreon members specifically, and we're just pivoting to give you more, actually, because before it would have been 1 or 2 cards. Now we're going to be giving the higher, you know, people have been with us the longer amount of time, up to 6 cards. And then if you've been with us a little bit less, depending on how much you've contributed to the Patreon, you'll get less amount of those cards as it goes down from how long you've been with us and how much you've contributed at the $10 tier or higher. So some people might just get 1 hero and 1 weapon. They might get 2 heroes and 2 weapons, but the OGs will get all 6 of the cards that we're going to have there. And then on top of that, we also have Raskin being ordered in the same kind of foiling, so that everyone who's already gotten that kind of foiling of all the other heroes, they can complete their set of pre-Kickstarter heroes in those foilings. So the way we're going to do the Raskin, though, is we only ordered a handful of them. So we're just going to, everyone that's a part of Patreon will have a chance to win one. So be on the lookout for that. That's probably going to be happening as soon as we get those cards in.
Yeah, the $5 to $10 tiers will be having a chance to get the Raskin. So what that's going to essentially do, guys, the heroes we're about to showcase tonight is exclusively for the Patreon members only. So Patreon members
with the Patreon logo on them and stuff like that.
Right. Well, the ones I'm going to showcase tonight is actually going to have the Kickstarter logo, but they will have the Patreon P on it. So you guys will actually have these as exclusive early access. Or the only ones that will have these these cards released in this rainbow foil effect at the current moment, with the Patreon icon on it. So they will be exclusive for you guys.
Order right now.
You better stop it. You better stop.
Sign up. I'm going in at $10.
So that's essentially what we're doing, and we're gonna talk a little bit about this group and this faction that's kind of an uprise. So it's kind of a something thing that we did very fun. Like I want to say about a month ago, maybe 2 months, maybe even more than that. Jeez, I don't even know where time slipped in my universe right now. But time is almost non-existent, just like it is in the Interverse for us. But we reached out to a couple of community members, and we kind of did a little story role-playing type deal of them joining a faction and being represented for the generals of an army that's going to approach. So everyone knows in our community army, right? So Brandon, what's our community group? What is our community faction within our universe?
So our community faction is the Nebul-i. The Nebul-i faction is completely inspired, created for the community.
Right.
When you see certain weapons that have Nebul-i, when you see certain heroes that have Nebul-i, you're gonna know that those were inspired by the community or by a certain community member. Who maybe they came up with that idea, or maybe we were talking with them and we came up with our own idea inspired by them. So whatever the case may be, the Nebul-i is always going to represent the community.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and showcase the Nebul-i faction for you guys right now. Booyah! Now, as you guys can see here, we got the 3 Nebul-i heroes that will be in the set. They are part of the actual release, so you guys will be able to see these heroes. You'll be able to play these heroes. Now, they will not have theme decks. They are chase cards, so you will have to dig in the deck for these guys. And ladies, right? So guys and ladies. So you'll have to be able to dig for the characters.
And toasters and refrigerators.
And lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. Yeah, so they are going to be, they are different energy classes, but they fight for the same order. So this is a little different than what we've been introducing lately, that you have certain classes that belong to the orders of those classes, right? You got Veil, that is Glacier, but he fights for Order 0 or Order 3. And you have Solaris, that's Solar, and he fights for his order, and so on and so forth. In this world that's ravaged, the orders are kind of broken and united into one group, which are now called the Acolytes. And the elites for them, or former Vanquishers, are now called Deviants. So they are the current timeline big Vanquisher bosses that are essentially non-existent, that they're elites and you'll rarely ever see them. And if you do, most people don't live to tell the story. So that's essentially what occurs in this universe. So you have a group, which are the Nebul-i, inspired by our community, that they are creating their own basic militia, essentially, to overthrow this new government that's being developed, or this new faction of uniting all the orders in one. So they're kind of the same concepts, where they have a united order group that are pulling people from all over, but creating it for the Evos and not for someone's basic direction, essentially. So these are them right here. So as you guys can see over here on the left hand side, this here's Arura. She's a Sentinel, very powerful Sentinel tank character. She's she's Glacier class, and we'll talk a little bit about her and showcase her card and explain her build a little bit. Right here in the middle is Clara. So Clara, she's a solar hero. She's a conjurer. Very, very powerful. She's so powerful that she can harness the energy of the sun and actually destroy and make a dwarf out of a sun and just ignite it. That's how powerful she is. And then, of course, you got Caligo over here in the side. Caligo. Yeah,
Caligo, I thought.
Sounds dope. Caligo. Apue, you know what? Tomato. However you guys say it, I'm sure it's going to sound dope either way. But he's our Dark Order class. Now, we just talked about Dark and how mischief and how, like, very wild they can be. So he's actually a Dark Assassin. So if anybody that's interested in the assassins right now, which right now we got a Solar Assassin, we got a Vanquisher Assassin, and then now we got a direct Dark Assassin. So we're going to talk a little bit about these cards, their weapons, and what you're going to be getting during the Patreon release. So this is the first time we're actually publicly showing these characters out, so we're going to go ahead and show these characters. So in our game, upon release, we have a total of, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 characters, 12 if we're talking about Patreon, but we'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow. So hopefully you guys tune in tomorrow and you'll see a few more characters. All right, so let's go ahead and move into the first character. We're going to showcase Mr. Brandon. We'll go ahead and talk about Miss Arura. So I'll zoom in a little bit if need be. I don't know how much of this we can actually see.
Well,
here.
before you zoom in, let's go over some of these stats real quick.
Yeah, yeah. So off the jump, we're going to go ahead and talk about her class. She is a Glacier. So here's where the Glacier class will be at, right? She is a Sentinel hero, and her faction is Nebul-i. All right, so let's review a few things, Mr. Brandon. What are we going to talk about? Let's take it from the top.
All right, so we take it from the top. This is Aurora, as Charlie just said. She's going to have 25 life points, 15 shield points, and a defense of 13.
Okay.
She is going to be using range weapons and hand-to-hand weapons as well.
Yeah, so you don't want to run up on her. Trust me, you don't want to run up on her.
I don't think I want to run up on any of them, to be honest.
Right.
Anyways, moving down, we have a shield recovery of 6.
Fairly decent for a Sentinel.
And the V-trigger cost for this hero is also going to be 6. Let's go over the V-trigger ability. Our V-trigger ability is once per turn, choose a Nebul-i weapon, add 2 targeting and 1 kinetic damage until the end of your turn. So if you have a Nebul-i weapon equipped while using Aurora, you can, once you V-trigger, you can use this ability to buff that Nebul-i weapon, add 2 targeting and 1 kinetic damage to that weapon. So as you can tell already, these Nebul-i heroes are built to synergize with other Nebul-i weapons, abilities, things like
Items, yeah, any of their items or abilities or
Right.
anything within that nature.
So if you look at the bottom now, you're going to see our V-trigger bonuses. So once we V-trigger, we're going to add 2 to our shield, and we're going to add 1 to our defense. Charlie, do the honors.
All right, so when she V-triggers, we're going to check her out. Boom!
Oh,
Look at all that ice, man. Look at all that ice. Yes. And so this is an inspiration portrait. We did have our community members give us a photo of them. So this is an actual representation of someone within our community. We're not going to name the person unless they want to be named, or they can go ahead and shout themselves out. But this was one of the inspirations. So again, once the V-trigger has activated, all the perks will be added to the hero on the backside. So you guys will be able to see.
So if you notice there, the shield went up, and so did the defense.
Right. So you guys won't have to think about that. That was something that we included when V-trigger. And again, in our game, to V-trigger will be flipped over. And of course, on our V-trigger cards, these will be foiled. They will be very radiant. Let me push this over from the icon. That way we can see a little better. There we go. Boom. That way you guys will be able to see the beauty of these. And if you've seen our cards, you see how nice our foils are. This is going to look absolutely terrific on that aspect. So now let's go ahead and move on to Aurora's weapon, her weapon of choice.
Let's do it.
Boom. We got a lot of stuff here going on, man. This looks pretty a rugged weapon here. So what's the name of this weapon here, Mr. Brandon?
So this is the Hailstone. And as you can see at the top there, this is a unique Glacier hero item. So
what is unique? What does unique mean?
Unique means that it can only be one of these cards in a playable deck at a time. So you can put as many hero items as you want. You can only put one of this particular hero item.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this hero item is specific to Aurora. So only Aurora can use this item, and it is a hand-to-hand weapon. It's going to cost you 6 energy points to get this on the field, on the battlefield. Once you get this played, it's going to add 7 targeting. You're going to have a 7 targeting for this weapon. You're going to have 2 shield damage and 4 kinetic damage for this weapon.
All right. So what kind of weapon is this?
This is a gauntlet, and if you zoom in, Charlie, I can read those abilities.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and take a good look at this. Yeah.
All right, so starting off with the first one, Black Ice. If the enemy is frozen, choose to deal 3 glacier damage. Enemy is no longer frozen. So if your opponent is frozen, you can choose to deal an extra 3 glacier damage, but once you deal those extra 3 glacier damage, that your opponent will no longer be frozen. So you got to kind of think about that one, because if you have other abilities that are going to proc with a frozen enemy, That might be one you might not want to choose to use. Next is the miss. Add 2 targeting if the enemy has a melee, critical art, or hand-to-hand weapon equipped.
Can you imagine that synergy and having a Nebul-i weapon? So if you had a Nebul-i weapon, that's already adding 2 to the buff if you're V-triggered, and the 1 additional damage. And then if that opponent equips a hand-to-hand, a critical art, or a melee, it's going to give you 2 more targeting on top of that. She's almost never going to miss you if you run up on her with a melee weapon, guys. Or hand-to-hand or critical art. So think about your subclasses when fighting her. Think about it.
So for our V-trigger ability, we have Hailstorm. Each turn, add 1 defense, up to 3. Choose to turn added defense into glacier damage. So the way this one works is each turn, using this V-trigger ability, if you're V-triggered, you can add a defense to your hero. But you can only add up to 3 extra defense points to your hero.
So think about it like a glacier wall, right? She's building a glacier wall up and it's thickening up every single turn, increasing her defense. So the moment she chooses to add that defense as glacier damage, so think about that stack for a minute here. Think about the first one. The frozen enemy gets to deal 3 glacier damage. So think about if that person's frozen. Immediately you could choose to do the black ice and then stack Hailstorm if it's already been stacked to 3 times of the wall defense. And you can add 3 more. So a total of 6 glacier damage is what you can end up dishing out.
So yeah, so those the defense that you add to your hero, now you can only add up to 3 defense points, but you can choose to at any time to remove that defense and deal that defense as glacier damage.
To really punish your enemy.
This weapon, if it's you're running on all cylinders, you're gonna be doing some major damage with this weapon.
Or playing major defense, right? So I mean, it does build a wall up for her, and we're not talking armors or anything else that can help defend her too. So she is really designed to play on both sides of the fence. So you ultimately, with this weapon alone, will choose the direction you decide to take. Do you want to play aggressive with her and have her just really rep shop? Or do you want to play defensive wall with her, which is another great tactic to have as well. Play more defense with her and her weapon of the Hailstone. That's and her yeah. We already talked about the base damage. All right, that pretty much sums it up as far as Aurora. No,
I believe so.
All right, so let's move on to the next one. The next person on the board is going to be boom, Caligo. I know he's gonna butcher me for saying his name wrong. Watch, I'm gonna have a personal inbox email, but Caligo.
I believe Caligo is Latin.
It is. So it's definitely Latin. All right, so let's go ahead and review this character real quick. He is a dark class, so you'll find his dark icon right here just so you guys can see it, and at the bottom just to identify what class he's part of. He is part of the Nebul-i faction, as we discussed, and then, of course, he's an assassin hero. So let's go on ahead, Mr. Brandon, let's review the stats really quickly on this hero. That way we can go through.
So this hero has 16 life points.
Okay.
18 shield points, and a defense of 14.
16 life points, guys. Now,
yeah, but look at that. The shield and the defense. So
yeah. So right. So I really want you guys to take a look at this character. He was very designed to be underlooked and played a certain kind of way, right? So recently in the community, we had a community member play a gun that's been in the game since day 1, but never actually played. No one's really played the gun and gave it the review until someone actually used the Revo and realized how powerful the Revo is. Because when you first see it, it does 0 damage, right? But then when you start to realize that your ability die is what the damage outcome is, then you start to realize, wow, the average roll is 3-2. That's most average pistols anyways damaged, but you could potentially roll that 6 and dish out 6 damage, which is just as powerful as any auto rifle, or if not more powerful, with a pistol. And don't underlook our stats when we drop them really low. There's a reason behind it, and you definitely want to review that to its fullest. So go ahead. I apologize for interrupting there. Go ahead and...
So this hero can use the same as Aurora is used in range weapons and hand-to-hand weapons.
Okay.
We have a shield recovery of 7, and the V trigger cost is going to be 4 for this hero.
Yeah, so as you guys can notice too, not only he's weaker, But for him to V-trigger, he could V-trigger a lot sooner than most characters in our game currently.
That's the first.
All right, so let's go over the V-trigger ability now that we talked about the V-trigger cost, because that's going to be, you know, like Charlie was saying, that's important because, you know, once you get to 4 storage energy points, then you're really opening up what you can do. Add 2 defense if you deal damage with a Nebul-i weapon until the beginning of your next turn. So if, again, Nebul-i heroes, we're synergizing with Nebul-i weapons. If you got a Nebul-i weapon out, go ahead and after dealing damage, you're going to add 2 defense to your heroes. So you got a defense of 14 already. You're adding that on. You're going to be at 16. This is going to be a pretty...
Yeah, you're going to want to kill this guy early in the fight. Do not let him get a lot of evasion. He's going to be one of those like pain in the butts. But he's also going to be that character that if you can manage to hit him, he's going to feel it.
Now, if we look at the bottom, we got our V-trigger bonuses. So we're going to add 2 defense and we're going to add 1 to the shield recovery. 2
more defense to this guy. Yes. Yo, that's ruthless, guys. That is pretty ruthless. All right, let's check his V-trigger out. So now we did the 4. Let's go ahead and V-trigger this man. Boom. Boom. V-trigger mode. Again, we added all the stat values for you guys here off to the side. This is another inspired art from a community member within our community. And again, we're not going to go ahead and disclose that. But as you guys can see, look, his actual recovery shield points went up. It already added the values for you. And look at his defense, man. 16 defense. And that's without a Nebul-i weapon and then hitting with the Nebul-i weapon afterwards. Can you guys see that new Scouter UV that we've showcased? I think last state of the game or the state of the game before that. Can you imagine that Scouter UV from the community equipped to this man and what he's going to do with that weapon? Man, this dude's going to be in like very evasive. So if you guys use this character, remember to definitely play upon defense. I mean, I'm sure you could play very aggressive with this guy as well. All right, that's pretty much sums up on this character, Mr. Caligo. We're going to go ahead and talk about his weapon now. We're going to move right on to his weapon. The weapon of choice from Caligo is, or Caligo. Boom. So let's go ahead and review this really quickly, Mr. Brandon. Let's go ahead and take a look at the very top stat.
So we got the Equalizer. This card here is a unique dark hero item. So again, for those of you who don't know, unique items you can only have 1 in your deck. Like we said, this is the Equalizer. This is specific to Caligo. Only Caligo can use this weapon. It's going to cost you 6 to get this into play. So 6 storage energy points. This weapon is going to have a targeting of 8, shield damage of 2, and 4 kinetic damage.
Wow, that's actually quite a bit. It's fairly decent for the auto rifle.
And this weapon is an auto rifle, like Charlie just said. So if we zoom in on these abilities.
I just spilled the beans before you can actually mention it. My bad, man. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these abilities here, Mr. Brandon. Let's go ahead and review the crazy synergy. If you have not played the game, guys, that's what we're very adamant about, is the synergizing different weapons to synergize to make your character different and unique. And you're going to see why this gun actually syncs very well with Caligo.
All right, so first ability is Dark Target. Add 1 targeting to this weapon for each weapon that misses your hero. So when your opponent is targeting you, if they miss you with all 3 weapons, you add in 3 targeting.
Yeah, so he's not gonna. Odds are he's not gonna miss you. Essentially, right?
So the odds are you're gonna be adding a lot of targeting to this weapon.
Yeah,
that's what the odds are.
You need to make sure if you're gonna swing at him, you better hit.
You make sure when you're playing Caligo, make sure you have those mods and you got the really good weapons out, and a whole lot of direct attack abilities. But anyways, Dark Pendulum. Ignore all enemy weapon abilities if you have a dark energy mod attached. So for those of you who haven't played the game, unique item or hero items, you can't attach mods to these weapons.
Right.
So if you have another weapon and you have a dark energy mod attached to that weapon, then you're gonna ignore all enemy weapon abilities when you're targeting with this auto rifle.
So to kind of explain that, I know on Tabletop Simulator, we do have the energy mods on there. For those that have played it, knows what we're talking about. So people that have been playing the physical card game, we don't have a dark energy mod yet, but we did do a giveaway where we gave away 3 energy concept mods at the time. But it's essentially like a range mod, an underbarrel mod, a optic mod, any of these mods, but it's called an energy mod. And what it does is it turns all the energy damage from energy shield damage to kinetic energy damage. So whatever that energy class, so it'll be dark damage now. So you will no longer be dealing shield damage, you'll be dealing dark damage as soon as you equip that.
Right.
But this gun will synergize, will take the stats of any gun you have activated on the field with the dark mod, and it actually takes those stat values and merges it to this weapon as well.
All right, so equalize, target again, and remove 4 targeting. Pick a random card from the enemy's exile pile. Add the activation cost to your targeting. So this is a pretty cool V-trigger ability here. You're going to go ahead and you're going to target again. What you're going to do is remove 4 targeting from this weapon. So your targeting on the next time you target with this weapon will be 4. But what you're going to do is pick a card at random from the enemy's exile pile. Whatever the activation cost for that card you pull, so say it's an activation cost of 3, then you're going to add that to this weapon. Say it's an activation cost of 6, you're going to add that to this weapon. So you have the potential to increase the targeting pretty high while also targeting again and potentially dealing another 2 shield damage, another 4 kinetic damage. So this weapon can get pretty out of hand pretty quick.
Yeah, and then that's double targeting. You can essentially just dish out alone, kinetic-wise, up to 8 damage if you manage to pull it off per round. Obviously, you must be V-triggered. The Dark Pendulum, I apologize. I said that you inherit the stats from the other weapon. You do not. You'll actually be able to ignore enemy weapon abilities once this is attached. The Dark mod is attached to another weapon. You don't take the mod stats and put it into this weapon. You just ignore any weapon abilities when targeting with this gun.
Yeah, you got confused with another hero item.
I actually did, yep. There's another hero item that inherits the stats over, and he's a character that we haven't even talked about, so...
Yeah.
All right.
No more beans.
No more beans, no more beans. All right, guys, so that's pretty much Caligo. Ottawa, thank you for that grammatic change. It should say equalize, so I think we have equalize not spelled properly, Mr. Brandon. I don't know if you probably already caught that on your list of things when reviewing, but if not, let's go and make sure we review that one more time. All right.
I did. You just didn't copy it over.
Perfect. All right, cool. So thank you, Mr. Ottawa. We appreciate it, but I think we caught it. We just didn't update it in time yet. All right, yeah, we're still reviewing cards, by the way, just to make sure all the grammatic, like we're going through them like 3-4 times, even after making edits, and we're still finding stuff. All right, so let's move on to the next character. Boom. She's the reigning champ. I'm going to be perfectly honest. And biased at the same time. I think she's probably my favorite character besides Saigon. I mean, it's between her and Saigon at the moment. And yes, it's because they're conjurers too, so that's definitely another thing. You guys know me, I'm a conjurer player. So let's go ahead and review her real quick. Her class is Solar class. People that are already burning with fire is going to be feeling the heat with her. Trust me when I tell you that. She is a Nebul-i hero, and then of course she is a conjurer hero. Let's go ahead and move on with the stat values, Mr. Brandon.
All right, so this hero has 18 life points, 21 shield points, and a defense of 11. He can use range weapons and critical art weapons.
Yes. Look at that shield recovery.
Yeah, she has a shield recovery of 10. And the V-trigger ability for her is going to be 6 storage energy points.
That's about average, pretty much every hero right now.
Yep. So now if we look at this V-trigger, reduce the activation cost of all cards by 1 for each Nebul-i item equipped to this hero. So if you have say you have one Nebul-i weapon equipped to your hero, you're going to decrease the activation cost if you're V-triggered for every card by 1. If you have 2 Nebul-i weapons equipped, you're going to reduce the activation cost of all cards by 2.
Yeah, you don't realize how powerful that really is. Yeah, that's very powerful.
Now you think about it. You have a say a trap card that costs 4, then you're going to be able to go ahead and activate that trap card for 2 if you have 2 Nebul-i weapons equipped. So it really opens you up to play
multiple cards.
A lot of cards during a turn.
Yeah,
which is pretty awesome.
And it's per card, so it's not like it's just reduced to per one time per card per turn. It's literally every card in your hand you're reducing by 2. So it can get nuts. She can get very powerful. Imagine her V triggering, pulling 2 cards, and then of course Conjurers has focus where they can draw another card. I mean, it just drawing cards with her can get really nuts if you synergize a lot of proper cards for her build.
All right, so if we look at the bottom here, you're going to see our V trigger buffs are going to be bonuses are going to be 1 shield and 2 defense. And Charlie, let's go ahead and show them.
Let's hit the magic. Let's hit the magic of the V trigger. Boom.
There we go.
Boom. Got her in all her glory right here. Again, another community member of the community. Very inspired by the final V trigger artwork. Let's take a look at the gun she's wielding, yo. You want to talk about confidence, how powerful she is? She's using that distraction to distract you, while she go ahead and hit you with that solar blast, man. She's gonna give you the business, man. So as you guys can see clearly, her stats went up. Her shields went up very high, and then of course her defense went up pretty decent too. Her shield recovery remained the same, I believe. Hold on, let me go back. Yes, she don't actually gain any more recovery. She pretty much stays consistent.
Shield went up 1, and
her defense went up 2, which is actually pretty good. I think she's defensive wise pretty good as Saigon. Her shields are definitely pretty up there, but again, you know, that's where vitalities come in. You could really make her shields go up higher if you build her properly. So that's the beauty. That's the sandbox we talk about, the open sandbox of making her even much more powerful than what the actual standard look would be. So yeah, this here is Clara, and hands down probably my favorite hero. So let's go ahead and talk real quick about her weapon. People, I know we have people in the community that's been talking about different weapon types. She definitely brings the heat with a different weapon type. I hope you guys are ready. 3, 2, 1, boom. Let's talk about this weapon here. This here is the Inferno. The Inferno. And this has probably been, and when we tell you guys, you know, stay out of our head, it's because there's a reason. There's a reason why we say that. So go ahead, Mr. Brandon. Let's review this card very quickly.
I'm pretty excited about this weapon because we've seen gauntlets, we've seen swords, we've seen just about everything, but we haven't seen a bow yet. So for those of you who have been asking about different weaponry type, this is the bow. We got a whole bunch of other stuff planned. You don't even know about. Once the Kickstarter launches, you're gonna see all that good stuff. You're gonna be blown away. But to this weapon, the Inferno, this is a unique solar hero item. This is for Clara. Clara specifically, it's a ranged weapon. It's gonna be a cost of 6. Targeting of 7, 2 shield damage, and 4 kinetic damage.
Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these stats here. Mr. Brandon, let me zoom out. Got a little too far in.
You can zoom in on that bow.
Look at how the Inferno's in gray. I don't know how. Ooh.
So let's go ahead and.
Hold on, my bad. I'm scrolling up to the bow real quick. I just want to take a quick look at that. Oh, that does look very nice. Let's go ahead and go back down into the actual stat values right here.
And this ain't no Cupid bow. They ain't showing no love with this.
Her arrows, she's hitting you with the force of the sun. So watch out when she's pulling that heat. She will just hit you with the actual heat. Let's go.
All right, so solar radiation. Add 1 targeting for each burn stacked on the target enemy. So for those of you who haven't played, who don't know, when you burn your opponent, if you burn them multiple times during your turn, they can stack up to a total of 4. So that means for your opponent's next 4 turns, they're going to take a solar damage at the beginning of their turn. Now, let's say you have 4 burns stacked up, you're going to add 1 targeting for each one of those stacks. So if you got 4 burns, you're going to add 4 targeting. If you burned your opponent 3 times, you're going to add 3 targeting. If you burned your opponent twice, you're going to add 2 targeting. So pretty devastating ability right there. If you're synergizing with your solar class really well and using different solar abilities.
Yeah, like solar flare that immediately sets you on fire.
You got solar grenades.
Yeah.
There's you have solar energy mods. So there's a lot of things you can do.
Yeah, Clara's very good and powerful to keep you on fire. I promise you.
Right.
And you'll see it on heat signature or heat transfer.
Next ability, we got heat transfer. Stack 1 burn for each of your equipped weapons that damage the enemy. So this is definitely the weapon you want to use last. Because if you manage to damage with your other 2 weapon items, if you have 2 out, then you're gonna burn them for each one of those weapons. So if say you got them with one of the weapons, then you'll add 1 burn. Say you got them with both weapons, you're gonna add 2 burns, which is going to help you with your targeting.
Yeah, that's just using your side weaponry to increase this weapon's targeting. If you didn't have a grenade, if you didn't have, any of these fire ability class cards, the fact that this weapon's in your hand, now all your other guns are going to set them up for this weapon to deal damage.
That's why it's important to pay attention to what some of these weapon abilities are, because some of these weapon abilities aren't going to be procced until you use other weapons.
Right. So there's kind of phases knowing when to target for what weapon.
Yeah, exactly.
Strategically to get the most out of it.
So now our last and final ability, which is our V-trigger ability, Cinder. If the enemy has 4 burns stacked, choose to remove all 4 stacks to deal 6 solar damage. Deal 2 solar damage and burn all enemies. So this is a devastating ability right here. If you have managed to
hold on. I think the ending of it was deal 2 solar damage.
I think it's supposed to come off
and burn all allies.
Yeah.
Was it? If the enemy is burned 4 stacks, choose to remove all 4 stacks and deal 6 solar damage. Deal 2 solar damage.
I think that was supposed to be 2 allies, and we were supposed to reword it so that way it deals 2 solar damages to allies and burns all allies.
Yeah, it was supposed to burn and ignite. I believe so. Yep.
So if when you're battling your opponent, if you manage to burn them 4 times or get them up to a stack of 4, so maybe they were burned already twice and you burn them an additional 2 times on this turn, as long as that burn stack is at max at 4, you're going to be able to remove all those burns from your opponent and deal 6 solar damage to them in return. Now, the cool thing about this ability is that when we come out with other modes where you're playing with multiple people, you're going to deal an extra 2 solar damage to their allies, and you're also going to burn them
on fire. Yeah, so you removed the fire from the one target completely that you hit, and then all the allies around them are going to get hit and be set on fire. So it's you definitely want to watch out for that heat that she's going to bring. Yeah, she'll juggle that heat on all you guys, man. Had a request to zoom out the Inferno really quick again for people to go ahead and take a quick look at this. So just really quickly, we didn't touch on the rarities, just so you guys know. This is a super rare, this weapon here, and Clara herself is a super rare. So for you guys that do not know, she is going to be a chase, just like getting a Vanquisher. She's gonna be pretty hard to get. During the chase, but for all you Patreons, the top tier, again, like Jason was mentioning, the people that have been the OGs since day one are definitely getting Clara in the mix. For the people that are relatively newer, which Jason's got this kind of the thing figured out, we'll definitely get Caligo, his weapon. Caligo's a rare, and so is Arura. She's a rare, and you'll be getting their weapons as well, which I believe are rares as well. So you'll be getting their weapons off the jump, but I think the OOGs are going to definitely be getting Clara and her Inferno. If I believe that's correct, right, Jason?
It's correct. Depending on how long you've been with us, how much you put towards the Patreon, all that kind of stuff is already something we looked at. So definitely OGs that have been with us for a long time, you're going to get all the heroes and all their weapons with the Patreon logo on them. but everybody else that has kind of been with us a little bit less of a time period and stuff like that, just know that you might get one or the other of the other heroes.
Yeah, so keep in mind these heroes they're gonna be the thickness is going to be the same as the cards that we do plan on releasing. Again, these are kind of like a trial run with another printer that we've been using for a little bit of time, but we're trying to check their thickness to see how well they are for the rainbow foil effect. We have a great idea. He had something set up for you guys on release for booster chases that we had to kind of put on the back burner because we didn't quite figure out if we were able to do it. But if this works out the way I think it's going to work out anyways. Jason has this cool idea. He'll announce it a little later.
We'll announce it probably next Monday.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for the stuff to get in for us just to confirm one little thing. It's something for collectors. It's something for players because we never take away playability from any of our cards.
Yeah.
But this idea that I have is more of a collector thing, and it also makes the community have to work together that get these cards in the booster boxes. So just be on the lookout for that. And we'll get more into details of it once we have stuff in hands and we know that with the direction is good to go. For the idea I had. Really glad that I'm able to do this idea because we wanted to bring another layer to collecting. I think this is something that it will be really cool in a lot of ways, and it really makes the collectability of the game even more intense. So, collectors,
we got your back like a vertebrae, all spine bones. We got you. All spine bones. All spinals. So I know this has been a longer state of the game for you guys. We appreciate you guys again on Labor Day staying up with us to review these cards and check these cards out. We appreciate everybody's eyes on deck. Ottawa, we appreciate you again for giving us a shout out on the grammatic stuff. We've been looking at these. That's an OG, triple O. So we've been like looking at this like zombies, and Brandon's still finding stuff and he's still correcting. So we're gonna get all these stuff corrected. I believe what we reviewed today will be what's going to be sent to you guys. Unfortunately, it was already sent to the printers to get sent. So that grammatic error, probably another little rarity for you guys. Nice. People like to collect the rarity. That's a grammatic misprint on that equalizer for equalize. So you guys can check that on out. But before, we don't want to take up too much more of you guys' time. Do we have anything else? I know we got to do our shout. Oh, shoot. I did forgot something. Look, you see?
Wait a second.
Leave it to me to drop the ball. Before even the Patreon. Before the Patreon, we got something else to do. Hold on.
Man, we got a giveaway.
Yeah.
We need to let Jose do his thing.
And then we got a special raid today, guys. So everyone hang on. We got a special raid we're going to do. So everyone just
all right, let's go on ahead,
like Eli Harris said.
Let's go on ahead and do this giveaway. Then we're gonna shout out all you beautiful Patreons that's been supporting us since day one, and then we're gonna hit this raid. All right, that sounds about accurate. Let's go ahead, Mr. Josie. Oh, how we looking?
Oh, Patreon giveaway. Let's see the blur wheel.
I don't know. All right. Blur wheel. Oh,
are y'all ready?
It's the full function wheel.
Are you guys ready?
If you guys have not seen that QR code, go ahead and scan that QR code. Join our. Be one of the first to go ahead and come on in and buy stuff from our actual Patreon. Let's go.
Also, while we're waiting, just remember, first 100 unique comments, you get a free themed card, which next Monday we're going to show everybody. Actually, we'll show it to you
on Kickstarter.
For Kickstarter. On Kickstarter, we need 100 unique comments. 100 unique comments on the first 24 hours. So let's get that done, guys. Call your cousins, tell them to pledge $1. If you pledge $1, we got a special thing going on. So tomorrow you want to tune in to see all the cool stuff we got set up for Kickstarter.
And
we're gonna change the game, guys.
We gonna change the game.
We're breaking walls.
Stitch said he got his fingers crossed. He's trying to win this Raskin right here.
This ain't Raskin.
Oh, what is this?
This is a bunch of the other stuff. This is the big bundle.
Oh, this is a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah. This is a big boy package right here.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 7.
Come.
Jose, you put this on 2 minutes again?
Oh my goodness, I hope not.
That music though.
Oh, I feel like we're gonna go into 300 right now. This is Sparta. Yo, Justin said I never win. He's trying to set it up.
Oh yeah, that's right. Usually the people that say it tend to win. He said it too late, Just. Oh, just added. Oh, Holiday.
MOQ.
Just added misplay. Just added misplay. Right. Congratulations, you have won. You are our giveaway winner, Mr. Jason. Go ahead and let them know what he won today.
All right. So if you are part of our giveaway, Miss Ad Play. this is what you will win. This is what you've won. So you're going to have a test deck bundle with the LGS mats that we only have those paper poster 215 GCM mats that are really going to LGSs only. 5 mystery packs. And then we have the Saigon Rage comic book pre-Kickstarter. It's going to be a VSTI card. You're going to get a random one of our pins, our collector pins that we had. And you're going to be able to pick from our website one of the shirt designs that you like and size, and we'll send that to you. We'll probably get that sent tonight for you. You'll get a misprint neoprene mat, exclusive artwork that is pre-Kickstarter. We'll not print that artwork again on a mat. And then we have your choice. You can pick Saigon Rage promo card or the Cyber promo card. So you have that in your winnings. So congratulations, Miss Adplay.
So that's a wepa right there. We appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. So we're gonna go ahead and do a quick shout out to all the Patreons that's been supporting this project. On top of that, the Patreons that will be also in the giveaway that we'll be doing for Raskin as well. So if you are, once we get the cards in, we have everything all pretty much rock solid. We're gonna go ahead and do a Raskin giveaway. So you guys will also be able to get Raskin's first printed card. We don't have, we did maybe a 1 or 2 test prints of him to be able to test play, but we actually haven't distributed this character nowhere. So you guys are actually going to be the first to actually get your hands on this Raskin card before release. So you'll have the opportunity to go ahead and get that. And all heroes that are in the set would have been released in rainbow foiled. That way you guys would have been able to get access to this entire collection prior to. So we'll make sure that that goes into anybody that's been $5 to $10. So we'll go ahead and break it into that range of supporter groups to go ahead and get Raskin and his weapon, the Parallax. So Mr. Jason, let's go ahead and give our shout out to our community members that has been so supportive of our project since day one.
All right, we're going from newest to the OGs, so that the new G's to the OGs. Here we go. We got Chris H. I don't say people's last names, so just so y'all know, Chris H. We have Stitch. Shout out to Stitch. I'm glad you got your package. I'm glad you liked it. We have Nick S. We have Jane. We have 2 pancakes, not 1 but 2. We got Brandon H. That's Bill Cosby Ballin. And we have Redfoot. Shout out to him. He came out and saw us at TCG Con. He flew out for us.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you, man. That's like a thing that echoes in our memories, man. Shout out to Gino. Then shout out to Moonside Man. He actually is part of he's the one who helped write the article. So shout out to him. We really appreciate you going through and doing that. We'll post the article and FAQs in the Discord probably tonight or tomorrow, so you guys can read it and see how the article is going to read. We have Yatimad. Shout out to him. He was one of our winners for the Solar Pop Tee. Remember, the Solar Pop Tee is a Pop Ninja design.
Going down on that grill.
We have Christian S. He's been with us for a very long time. Appreciate you. We got Just 31. That meme was incredible, dude. I'm posting it tomorrow for the Ocala Comic Con. Too Fluent. Shout out to you, man. Can't wait to play some more games with you, hang out during cons and stuff like that. You've always made it out, and you've always kicked it with us while we were out there showing the people what we're doing. So we always appreciate your support, man. We have Seminole Donkey. He's also from Florida as well. Seminole, get it? Seminole. I'm a Seminoles fan as well, so I always remember him and shout out to him. Shout out to JP. JP from Outer Edge Comics. I got to get with you because you're holding something for me that I wanted to get from you because you also create games as well. And then we have Lord Dragon. He's been really busy with work and family stuff, but he is working on our Street Team initiative out in Nashville. So shout out to him. If you're in the Tennessee, Nashville area, you can always link up with him and he can show you how the game plays and stuff of that nature. So shout out to him. We have Gabriel G, which is Doom, or Gabriel R, I'm sorry, but Doom. Then Damiano. We got the Cardboard Crackhead. We have Oda Collector. Little Miss A. Little Miss A always gets the big shout outs because she's the one that brought a lot of people to the community.
That's love. LOVE right there. Little Miss A.
You always got it. If you ever have a question, you ever need anything, Little Miss A, you always shout us out. We always got your back. Thank you for being a big supporter of the game. We really do appreciate you. Shout out to Atlas. We have Leafy. I know the school year is hitting, so she's real busy. But Leafy I always tag her and stuff, and she always messages me on the back end. Wangan-san, get healthy. Work on that physical therapy with your leg and stuff like that. I know you had something going on, so shout out to you. Then we got Jeeps. This is where the OGs start kicking in now. OGs is happening now. So we got Jeeps. We got Ottawa Collector. We got Daniel G the Third. We got Wager Tropes. We got Saeed. We got Datsun. We got KC Gaming. We got Warnardo. We got BK. We got XUND Devil Dog. Also, Devil Dog cards. We have 2 different Devil Dogs that back us. Then Angie R. We got Mr. J. We got Rico. We got Cal Collectibles. XX Cerberus. I'll tell you something. When Cerberus joined our Discord, he brought like 80 people. When he came in, like he shared us everywhere and brought like 80 people to our Discord. So he gets the big shout out. He was an MVP that day. He blew. I'll tell you like this. He made Charlie freak the hell out because he didn't know what the heck was going on.
Me, Brandon put out the red alert. Brandon was like, "Hey guys, you need to get on this.
Nobody was on the Discord.
You guys need to get on this. What's going on?"
After about like 50 people rolled in at once, I was like, "All right, y'all need to come help me out. It's a little out of hand."
You're out of hand. Okay.
It happened like overnight. It
making
was
us
wild.
work overtime that day.
Yeah, we went and publicly went out, and then like one guy came in, and it was a wrap. Everybody just started flooding the gates.
Oh yeah. Then we got Norma, we got Carmen, we got Bethany, we got Darjack. Shout out to Darjack. We didn't get to see you TCG Con. We were waiting for you. We wanted to kick it with you, but we know real life happens. So get through what you get. Get done what you got to do. The next one we're gonna link up. He's pretty local to Tampa Bay area, so we'll probably try to link up with him. And then the OG of all the OGs, the A1 since day one, Ultimate Chaos.
Oh yeah, Chaos.
Hope everything's going well. I'll probably send you a text message soon to just check on how you're doing.
Really when y'all see that distraction, go ahead and look at that ability.
Oh yeah.
You're our OG.
Oh, yeah. That's right actually the first Nebul-i weapon that got put together from the community, which was Chaos.
From Ultimate joking about it.
Yeah, Ultimate. If you guys have seen all of our State of the Games, I'm sure you've seen that video. Yeah, that gun is just a distraction. Don't use it. And it ended up being a gun that we ended up putting out in real life. Yeah, that's hilarious. So again,
that's all of our Patreon members. Thank you for all the new and all the old people in there.
Absolutely,
it really speaks to us a lot. We are contemplating, just to be transparent, we are contemplating shutting down Patreon after the Kickstarter loads. If you guys want to continue supporting us, let us know. If a lot of people reach out and say, no, we want to continue supporting Vanquishers, and still understanding that our Patreon is not a Patreon to get cards. It's a Patreon to support the gameplay and to support what we're doing.
Right.
Every now and then we give stuff out as things come, and we plan it out, and far and few between. We do give some things out, but it's not promised. And that's something we want to make sure everybody remembers. Our Patreon is not built, is just for support. So if you want to continue just supporting us, you can DM me and let me know, so I can let the team know that, hey, 20 people messaged me and said, hey, or 10 people did, or 5 people did. It's about supporting us. That's the only reason we have the Patreon. And then it also lets us know those are the people that really want to know what's going on.
Yeah, we're going to be very black and white about it too. We never wanted to have a Patreon. It was encouraged by the community to do so. And that's why our tiers are so like peanuts. We figured that some people would really want to help out. We didn't want to make it a storefront or any other type of weird obligations. But we, again, even with the little you guys have donated to help us grow, it has helped us grow. So don't think that it's underlooked in any way, shape, or form, because your guys is that what it is you guys have donated, we really appreciate, and it's helped us get into the basically get us where we are today. So we appreciate the love and support from everybody. And
that's why we show so much love to the Patreon, because you giving away your hard-earned cash just to support us,
right?
And you may or may not get some out of it. So that's why we go out of our way to make sure we show as much love as we can. Whenever we can do a giveaway, whenever we have something, we make sure Patreon always gets that love. Right. Yeah, we get it. We put a lot of our time and stuff into this project too, not knowing where it can go. And we really know, as the person that's donating to the dream and what it's causing for it. And I don't want you guys to think for any second that we undermine that. We really do appreciate every donation and everything that you guys have helped contributing, whether if it's just getting the decks and playing it with people, or just talking to us in the community about corrections or any kind. Like any of that information is good to us. But we said, but you know what? There's some people out there right now, Charlie, that are watching that don't have a clue what we're talking about.
So what can they do right now to be able to make sure that they get
what happened is they've fallen off.
Okay.
All right, y'all need to get it together and hit that notification button, so that way you're not jumping in here late, scratching your head, wondering what's going on. What are they talking about giveaways?
What
about Patreon?
What icon can they hit as well?
Talking about all these great things. Look at all these cards and all these things that I missed out on. hit the notification icon, be notified, stay up to date,
right?
Be here on time, and learn everything there is to learn about this wonderful game called Vanquishers TCG.
Facts. So don't forget, September 13th, we are having our official launch. Tomorrow, Jason's putting together an expo of some sort. I don't even know if that's what it's called, but it's going to be a Kickstarter kind of pre-seed.
We're gonna show you guys what the tiers look like. We're gonna show you what the add-ons look like, and give you our ideas on some of the stuff that we implemented into the Kickstarter that I think is a big change compared to.
Yo, thanks for the sub.
Yes, we
Shout out for the sub.
love.
Shout out for the sub.
So
And just know that we got some fun stuff we want to do with the Kickstarter. I don't think I've really seen any other TCGs do, because part of my job is to study all these different TCGs and see how they do and move and where their successes are and they're not, and so that we can be the most successful as we can be. Just be on the lookout tomorrow. It's gonna be a lot of fun to go over everything. Jeeps is in the building. Jeeps is in the building. He ready for the end, but we about to go in.
Should have hit that notification.
I knew he was gonna do that.
Hit that bell icon.
I knew you were gonna do that foolishness.
Charlie, this is what we gotta do. We gotta show the box for Jeeps at least. Jeeps are OG, and I know he be busy. Let's show the booster box one more time for everybody.
Hold on, I gotta find.
And then we're gonna raid somebody. Jose got somebody lined up to raid.
Yeah, I got somebody to raid. Let's go.
Hold on 1 second here. I gotta find it. See, I was caught off guard here. I ended up putting that in a different.
Oh, see, he's looking. All right, he's looking.
I see him with the eyes. He got the eyes ready.
Oh, you missed out on the 3 heroes and the 3 hero items that we showcased too. You're gonna have to go back and watch this one, Jeeps.
Oh yeah, this one's a good one, especially the players, man. Players are definitely gonna want to see these new heroes that are coming. OG's gonna see what they're gonna get though. All right, let's go ahead and premiere this video of our.
Everybody want to see the boxes
real
man.
quick.
They're beautiful.
They're absolutely beautiful.
They're beautiful.
Beautiful. So this here's our actual booster box in all its beautiful glory.
Look at that. Custom cutout, custom sizes, custom finish on them.
Yeah, so that insert's actually going to be flipped around, but we'll show it on another quick box real quick while Jose is getting us all set up for the
So tell me, guys, have y'all understand y'all gonna have a shiny box, you're gonna have shiny packs, and you have shiny cards. You ever had the triple threat like that? You know how we bring it. We gotta bring it a little extra for y'all.
Well, we are a little extra though.
A little extra.
That's what
I heard. Walk around with that tray.
Yo, hey, best idea in the world. For real, man. We might inherit that for real. We might be starting something new with Comic Cons or any of these cons. You're gonna be seeing all the newest TCGs. That's gonna be that 2022 way to display. Yo, bump that. Keep it mobile. That's what we're gonna do. Keep it mobile. All right, let me go ahead and play this one really quick. You guys can check out what they look like one more time for the box. You guys can take a look at what our booster boxes will look like. This is going to be final product. It does. That's what the insides look. And again, it has that foil effect that just looks very beautiful, man. That's how they'll sit left and right.
Or on the packs and the boxes. The same finish.
Mm-hmm.
That's my rep right there. She be handling business for me. Bam. Close it up, girl.
Close it up, girl.
Yep. So that's it right there, Mr. Jose. Before we go on and head out into the next room, we're going to raid somebody really quickly, spread the love, show the love to everybody in other communities and other Twitches. That's what we're going to do right now. So if you guys want to hang tight really quickly, just to kind of show and support love to the other
we're just going to jump in there.
Hold on. The raid is for Primal. We're going to raid Primal right now. They're doing their tournament or they're doing a TTF
Make sure
right
you
now.
show
We're
a lot of love
right
for
now.
Primal.
They got their
Make sure you're following.
Yeah, make sure we hit the follow icon for them. Show them the love and support that Vanquishers there to show them love because Primal's been showing us love. And, we ain't got nothing but love for those people in their games, man. So we're going to go ahead and spread over there really quickly.
A lot of great TCGs out there. There's a lot of good things going on in the community. And as you can see from the Nebul-i brand, that's what we all about.
I'm about to spread that love right now. So until the next day of the game on next Monday, Vanquishers
out.
We are out.